Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to be playing Everdell. So I do have the complete collection over there, but I am just playing the base game. There might be a few special cards in here, but for the most part it's just the base game. None of the expansions at the moment, but I am playing solo against Rugworth, which I'm going to be playing as butterflies, because I love butterflies, and he's going to be playing as owls. Because I also think owls are really cute, and it's kind of an inside joke with Brixie in New York. So, but there is that. So I'm just going to be trying to build the best thing I can do. I will not be going over all of the rules to get it started. I will just go over what we did for setup and a few of the basic rules, enough to get us started, and then we'll just go as we play. Okay, so normally there's 3 cards in a 2-player game, which is what we're mimicking. Normally there's 1, 2, and then 1 over here. This one is kind of the one over here, but I kind of wanted it a little bit more of a compressed setup, just because this can become a big game. These were random, so I'm trying to want a chip sweep and a clock tower, which the clock tower is right here, so I might want to try to get that early on. And then I want a Undertaker and a Barge Toad, which are not anyone there. I want 2 of each of the different types of these, which would be worth 9 points at the end, but you know. And then I want a Doctor and a Postal Pigeon. I do start with 2 workers. Rugworth. I mean, oh, look at that. Could be totally a picture for that, right? That's why is it not cooperating? Oh, fine. You just don't, you won't get it there. Yeah. But an owl, an educated owl. And he is also over there in the 3 twig spot, so I can't go there. We have a few of these fancy events, and all the rest of our workers are up here that we will get throughout the seasons. So yeah, so what happens is I will just place my workers, try to get supplies, try to place some of these cards, which I do have a gatherer, and I do have a farm. So if I could get the farm built, I could get these out. That'll help me later on. And draw 1 after you play a critter or construction. That would be kind of nice. Draw 2 cards. And a worker placement spot, which is play a critter or construction for 3 less. So if I could do that one, I could place that, and then I could play the farm, and then the farm lets me play this gatherer. So that might be something to try to do. Although if I don't get the farm out this time, I won't have enough workers, I don't think, to be able to go get 2 twigs and a resin and be able to place a worker here. I would be able to just play this card. So, yeah, I think that might be my best move, unless I want to try to get this built. The only issue with that is the 3 twig spot is occupied. So, I have a couple of berries. Draw 1 after you play a critter or construction. That could be kind of cool to get out. Oh, the clock tower. Oh, the clock tower would let me build this guy for free. I wouldn't have to have the berries. So if I could get the pebbles and the twigs, but oh. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to focus on getting 2 twigs and the resin this time. That's what I will just focus on right now. So, 2 twigs and a card, which, oh, is that hard? Oh my goodness. So now I have a harvester and a gatherer, so I could pair these together. And I have a farm, so that is awesome. So I could get these out fairly easily. Okay. Then I will go ahead and come down here. Get a couple of resin. Okay, so I will go ahead and spend 2 twigs and 1 resin to build this card. Can't use it, but it does get me close to my 15. However, since I played a card, Rugworth plays a card. Which one? We don't know. 3. So 1, 2, 3. He plays the Bard. So that is one of these, which gets him really close to, well, not really close, but gets him closer to that. So he will go ahead and play that. If he does have a worker placement spot, I could place it, as long as it's an open spot like this one is. I could go ahead and place my workers there. I do believe I'd have to give him a victory point still. But that is an option. He's just mainly competing with me to get those and points, obviously. We do need to replace that card. Okay. And then we retrieve our workers and prepare for next season. So I get this one. He gets this one. And this will just go for blocking. So he'll just put it right here. And I won't be able to ever get that card. He will. He could still get it. But I can't. And then he will move on to this one. So he will move from here to there. Next season he will be on this one, the single pebble. And then he will move to the berry and a card. Okay, and then this he moves counterclockwise. So whoosh. Coming down here. So I will not be able to get 2 pebbles and a card. Which, that's okay. I want to get some twigs. I have 3 workers this season, so I'm going to want to get twigs for this. I'm going to want to get resin, which he's there, but I do have 1 resin left. I only need 1 resin. So, oh, and if I did have any of these ones, I would have been able to gain benefits, but unfortunately, I didn't. I only had this one played. So, I'm going to come over here and grab 3 twigs. Yay! Then I'm going to place one of my people right here so I can build for 3 fewer. So I'm going to spend a twig. Instead of 3 twigs and 1 stone, I'm just going to spend a twig to build this. And so then I will place 3 money here. And at the beginning of preparing for my season, I may pay 1 from here to activate a basic or forest location where I have a worker deployed. So I might want to place a worker in one of these spots just so that I could get that out. But we have a monk. Is a monk something I need? No. I do have a clock tower. I could need a chip sweep. An undertaker. Okay. So, but with that, I have enough to build my farm. So I'm going to spend my 2 twigs and my resin. And that will build me my farm. And now with my farm, I can go ahead and play one of these. And I could either play my harvester or my gatherer. I'm going to go ahead and play my harvester because it costs 3. This one only costs 2. So I'll play him down. And then I have 1 more worker. Oh, and that one can cause me to place this one. So actually, before I do that, before I do this one, I'll have played this one. Because that will let me draw 1 after I play a critter or construction. So then I will do that, and I'll get to draw a card. Yay! Oh, I have a monastery. Is that one I need? No. But, give 2 to an opponent to gain 4. So that could give me my victory points. And I would just be discarding the resources. I wouldn't be giving them to Rugworth. So that's kind of nice. But I only have 1 more worker to place this season. So, I want to place one of them over here, definitely. I don't have any resources, so I don't want to place it here. So, I'll definitely place my last butterfly here. I think I will go ahead and grab 2 berries. Because that will make it so that I can turn those in to grab my wife, or my gatherer, sorry. They used to be called Wife Then Husband. Now they're Everdell for All. So that way you can do multiple of different ones. So I have my Hunter, my Gatherer and Harvester. Nice. And there. And that doesn't give me a benefit. She just can be paired with her. And that gives me that pairing. That only takes up 1 space. But that is my last worker. So I'm going to go ahead and retrieve all my workers. But, oh, and that also let me draw a card for that one as well. And then what was one? Yeah, I can pay one of these coins to be able to use one of where I had it. So I had him there. So do I want 2 resin or 2 berry? Well, this one will take resin. And I need 1 more of these to be able to get... Oh, I need 4 of those. Oh, no. Do I have any that's close? I mean, I would need 2 more of this. Yeah. Although I do have... I need quite a few more, actually. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and take... It looks like I need... This postal worker looks like it would be a good one. So, I'll go ahead and grab the 2 berries. And do that. Oh, that was supposed to be from the meadow. Oh, I did do it from the meadow, didn't I? Right? Yeah, I did it from there. Okay. Whew. I didn't mess that up already. Okay, so then I get another one of these workers. And I get to draw 2 cards. And Rugworth will be placing his right there, blocking another one. This one will come up counterclockwise. And this one will go over to which one? It is that one, right? Yeah, I think it's that one. Let's double check. 3 to 2 resin. And then to the 1 pebble. Yep, that's where it's going. And then he'll be there for the final season. Okay, so... Ruins. Well, that's... I could discard one of these and then gain resources equal to that construction's cost and draw 2. But I don't think I want any of these. Okay, so... Whew, I have 4 workers. I have berries. I think first I'm going to spend the 2 berries to play my postal worker out and reveal 2 cards. If any of them has any that is less than worth up to 3 or less, I could build it. So, I don't have a chapel, but I would get 3 berries, so that could come in really handy. This one would just give me more cards. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep the shepherd, playing that. And that will get me 3 berries. And this will just get discarded. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots filled. Okay. Man. I need resin, lots and lots of resin. Okay, so I have no need for berries. Okay, but I think I might want to build something out here that costs 3 or less. So this, when you play a critter or construction, you may replace 1 with any 1. That might help me get these out. This one I could build, reveal 4, and play 1 for free. I mean, that could come in really handy, too. I don't know. Whenever I do a common okay, so I would have to do a construction, which this is a construction. I don't want to do that one. Okay, this is a construction. Yeah, I definitely want to keep that one. Give an opponent 2. I don't... Do I have any of these that I need? So if I get 1, 2, if I get one more of these, I can get one of those. Do I have any of those? I have a ruins. I don't want to play a ruins. Okay, I have 1, 2. If I get this, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to come here, build this. That's the final decision, because I am going to want to get this one. That'll be worth 3 victory points at the end. But since I just, you know what? Oh my goodness. Every time I've played a card, he was supposed to get one. So I'm going to go, so he did 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he got that one. That's 1. And he would get the same one. Okay. Okay, I am drawing the exact same. Okay, and a 2, so he got this one. Yeah, this is really bad of me. Really bad of me. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is another one. So he would have already, oh wait, no, not quite yet. Really close though. 1. Okay. Yep, so he's already gotten this one. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 2 more. Okay. And paw. Okay. And 6. I got a lot of those. Okay. Now we're all caught up. That probably possibly changed some of the stuff I would have been able to do, but that's okay. Okay. That one actually might come in here. Ooh, chip sweep. Where is that at? I already have the clock tower. I want the chip sweep. So I need 3 berries. I have 3 berries. Okay, you know what? I'm doing it. Which means I gotta get him a card too. So I'll play that. It got me chip sweep. And 1, 2, 3. He only needs 1 more to get that. It does let me activate one of these. So what one will I want to get? I don't know. I need a lot of resin. I need some twigs. I can get all 3 twigs in one fell swoop though. I need stones. I can't. Well, I can get my 2 stones. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a resin then. So that was my free because I have it paired with the gatherer and I have a farm. Okay. Holy smokes. And I have played a critter, so I get to draw one. Is there anything else? Holy smokes. Okay, let's go ahead and do his card now. Oh, another bard. So 4 Gazette. Okay. Vista. We don't have that. Oh, a dungeon. So, but since I do have the chip sweep and the clock tower, I can come up here. I can, and then that will make it so that I could bring back one of my deployed workers, which I only have right here. Which that could come in handy because then I could play another one of these. Which is, would that come in handy? Because I could play. No, I want to play this one. So I need a stick and a stone. Okay, so I'll come over here and get my 3 sticks. Come down here and grab 2 pebbles. And 1 card. And look, another chip sweep. Okay. Yeah, because I would have that monk then. You may give up to 2 berries to an opponent to gain 2 each. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, anywho, I only have 1 worker left, so I'm going to go ahead and come up here because I have this one. So I will get 4 victory points at the end. That will let me retrieve a worker. So I think I'm going to retrieve this one. So that way I can do that again and pay for one of these. So, card check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we are good there. I have 1, 2, 3. If I get another one of these, I would be able to achieve this, which would get me 3 victory points. If I get another one of, oh, I have these 3. So, but he is not anywhere close to that. So, you may place a critter from your city face down beneath this dungeon to decrease the cost by 3. Okay. Well, that could be handy. So when you're playing it, you could discard the cost by 3 and just... But would that mean that, I'm not quite sure what that means. Does that mean that they're not worth any points then? I mean, that could come in handy if you have something that you want more points for. Like the fairgrounds, that, you know, you can have more points. But, okay. I have one more worker. I can place people out. But there's one that gives me the monk, right? Yeah, this one. Which I have enough for doing that. And that would give me the 4th one I would need as long as they don't do anything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. So bloopy blop. And bloop. So monastery, that's another worker placement spot. And that does mean rolling the dice. So 1, 2, 3. So they get the farm. Okay, but that's not until when they do... Does he get it immediately or just when we prepare for season? Yeah, so that's just for preparing for season. So that means I can go ahead and place one of these out and get a monk. And that means I can place my worker right here and grab this, preventing them from getting it. And hopefully I can place another worker there next time to get that. And I need one more for the grand tour. But I am out of workers, so I'm going to pull everything back. So when we do that, we pull all of these. They will be placing ones here and here, and we will do that. And did I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need one more card. So they get this one. Ooh, they get the clock tower. Ooh, they are really close to that one now. Okay. Aw, another gatherer came out. Okay. So I have this one that I can pay a point for to activate, which I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I get 2 sticks and I get another card. Okay, then we get to activate all of the spring stuff. So I get a berry. I get any resource I want, which I think I might want to just go ahead and do some resin because I need a lot of resin. I need some sticks. I need some resin. I think I'm just going to, yeah, I'll just do the resin for him. I may give a berry to get 2 points. I don't think I can afford that. So then this, I get to activate another one of these in my city. So, is there anything that I can do right if I do that? So, oh, and this is moving up here. And this moves right here. So I won't be able to get berries and cards, but I'll be able to get tons of resin. I'll be able to get stones. So, wow. Wow, that's a lot. Granted, it'd be worth 1 more point, so it'd be worth 6 for me. But still, that's a lot of points. And do I actually have... You know what? Okay. I need tons of resin. I need to decide what I want to do for this. I think I'm just going to grab another resin for now. That might have been a bad choice, but we will just deal with that as it comes. Okay. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I only have 11 spaces using up, so I could put 4 more things out. Okay. Gather thoughts. I want to go here. I want to build another place. So that way I can get that. Because that would be worth a lot of points. But if I could get this. This is my priority. So I have 1 of these. 2 of these. So I have 2 of those. I know I have 2 of those. I have 2 locations. I have 2 of those. I need 1 more of the flower. So I need this Evertree. I need the Evertree. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right down here and get some savings. So I need 3 stone, 3 twigs, and 3 resin. So I think I'm going to keep... I think I'll spend 2, so I have a discount of 1. I'll have a discount of 1, and I'll have a discount of 1. So I spent 2 of each instead of 3 of each. But that made it so that I could build this, which is oh so pretty. Which makes it so that I can get that. Okay. There's that. And oh look! And harvester, so these could get paired together. If I had another farm, that could come in really handy. But because I got a card, they get a card. So 8s, they're taking the harvester. So they just got their 5th green. Okay. So, ooh, the king. Is it going to be even possible for me to get 6 berries? Ooh, because that'd be worth a lot of points if I could get 6 berries. I don't think that'd be possible, though. Because, I mean, I could get 2 berries from here when I pull them out, but this might not be there anymore. Okay, so I have this and I have that. So I'm going to go ahead and spend my workers for those because I definitely want to get those. And yeah, I want... This is the one, right? Yeah, because I got 3 of those. If I get 1 more worker placement spot, I can get another one of those. I don't think I have any chance of getting either of those. Undertaker and Barge Toad, I don't think I have either of those. Ooh. This lets me place any card out. Wait, what? Any? That lets me place any card. That seems like that would be awesome if I could get the king. That does not seem like something I can do. Yeah. So when I do that, I could do a token to get this. You just can't do a legendary creature. So that king would be amazing for me. But before I do that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They get 1 more roll. So they get the Bard. Yay! Good for you. So that means that I'm going to do that. I mean, that would be silly for me not to. That's just... I only have room for 2 more cards in my collection, though. But that's okay. So since I placed the card, they get to place the card. And so they'll place this one. So at the end of the game, they would have, or at the end of this round, they would have gotten that had I not already achieved it. Okay, so I have 2 more workers. Okay, so what do I need to build these? This one would let me activate any in my city. This one would let me get 2 wood, which could help with some of these others. Although this one would get me 3, so I would need 2 resin and a wood. Ugh, guess I should have used the stone to keep an extra one of the wood out. I should have looked ahead. That's okay. So what does this king do? Again, for each basic event I've achieved, which I think these are the basic events, I would get 1 and 2 for each special event, which is these. So, I mean, he is going to be worth 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just for the king alone. Okay, well this, for construction, I could discard a construction card to be able to get the resources for that one. And it doesn't cost anything to do. So if I do that, I would get enough to play another farm, which would get me a berry, but I don't need a berry. So I'm not going to do that. Although I do need 3 berries for this one, but... Okay, so I would need 1 wood and 2 resin for this. And be worth 2 is... I kind of want to build this one, because this one would be worth 3 points. So, you know what? I could build this one, and I could build one of these two. So, I don't think there's anything really special I could do. I don't think I can build any... Unless, you know what, I'm gonna need more pebbles. Well, possibly not. Oh, I already grabbed 3 twigs this round, didn't I? With that one. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, this one would get me 2 cards and a point. Maybe that would help me, but then I would only have 1 more to get resources. Or I could just... You know what? I need the twigs, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab 2 twigs, and that lets me draw a card. And that will hopefully help me decide. So this will let me copy any basic or forest location, which are these. So, I mean, I would need resin. So, I don't think that would really be working. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here, because this one's going to get me the most points. Get a couple of resin. And that, I don't think I have a fool. Do I have a fool? I didn't think about that, because if I have one of these, that could come in handy as well. But nope. So, I'm going to turn in a twig, 2 resin, and a stone. And I'm going to play that for the 3 points, essentially. And it will let me draw 2 cards. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am at limit. I wonder if I can build anything more. I don't think so. Okay, but that does give them a card. So 4. So they're building this, which will go right here. Okay, and a teacher will come out. Okay, I don't think there's really anything I can do other than pass, which when I do that, oh man, this one would have been awesome to be able to get out. Ooh, I would have been able to place a queen for free. I don't think I have any of these unused, because I don't think, yeah, there's no fools out here. So I think that's game. So the only thing I can do is pull one of these to be able to, but then the chances of them getting more points than what I get is pretty high. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything that would give me beneficial. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just going to keep my 1 point. I'm going to pull my workers back. And the game will be over. We just have to add up our points. So yeah, I think that is it. And I had room for 1 more card. I don't think I have... I mean, I guess I could have grabbed 2 berries and then turned in the 3 berries for this one, which would let me activate one of these. Okay, I will get I'll get a stone just so that I would be able to create this if I had enough space. But that does give them another card. So that gives them... Oh no, that was a really bad idea, Liz. That was a really bad idea because guess what? It gave them that. So I gave them 3 more points than what I got. Right? Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Especially if they win by 3 points. But let's go ahead and see what the points add up to. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I scored 59 to 28. Now they got a lot of zeros in here. A lot of zeros that weren't worth anything for them versus I got the king that was worth a crap ton to me. And the Evertree, which is worth a lot. And then the Gatherer was worth 5 simply by being paired with the Harvester. So yeah, so that was a fun game, so that way you can get a little bit of an idea of how Everdell plays solo. Definitely check out, we do have a Fresh Thoughts review from back when this Kickstarter was live, so it's been a while. If you want to go ahead and check out our thoughts as a group on it. I'm going to try to play some more of the expansions, see what I think about those, because I've never played any of the expansions before, simply because I only ever had the base game, but now I have all of it. Great big box. But hopefully that helped you out. And until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.